Hello, hello. We've got £30 to go to get 30. Oh, a bit of Oreo. We've got £30 to go until we hit £500. So please, please, please donate. If we don't hit £500, I might cry. Hey everyone. Let's keep donating so we can try and hit £500. I'm gonna put it on my story as well. I was gonna say everyone wave, but I can't see you. Nearly at £500. Please go and donate. I'll do anything. Whatever you want, whatever you want. Press donate. Type in the amount you want to donate. Minimum £4. Maximum whatever you want to give. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too big. Type in your card details and it all goes through. It takes about 2 minutes. I did it earlier. I gave a bit of money. So please, 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 please do this for me. I love that everyone lets me know now because I keep forgetting. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. We got it right.
We got it right.
Love it.
I felt terrible last time. I was like, oh my God.
Don't worry about it. Honestly, I got my times mixed up. There was so many Broadway workshops that I've been doing that I've been like sorting out and like all the times for, and I had someone from Mean Girls who was like in California, so it was like 9 hours away, and then I had Sam who was like 6 hours away, so I was like getting really confused with my times. I was like, oh my God, I've got the time wrong, but it's fine, we're here now, we're all good. So obviously we're fundraising for the Bail Project, to go towards, you know, all the protesters that have been wrongly put in prison for, you know, peaceful protesting, really. And I'm happy to say that we are only £30 away from £500, which is, I don't know what that is in dollars. I think that's like,
I was about to ask. I don't know how much
I don't think the conversion rate's too bad. I'm gonna have a look. So
okay.
$500, so $639.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we need probably like, I don't even know what we need. I think we need, so we need basically $35. So either $35 or £30. If anyone can give and donate so we can hit £500 or $630, that'd be amazing. And
That's awesome.
I'm a bit shocked that we've actually got that far, because I last time we raised £300. So obviously we've kind of
Doubled.
a lot more than that, which is amazing. So I'm going to start off with a question that everyone always asks. What was your Six audition process like?
Okay. Well, mine was very different from everyone's because I was actually performing on a cruise line.
Right.
And the Roberta, our music director from Chicago Shake, she reached out to me. And, you know, I've been friends with Mallory for such a long time. I knew she was auditioning for Six. And Roberta reached out and was like, when are you getting off the ship? And I was like, May 9th. So like a year ago today, or yesterday. And she was like, well, there's this show called Six, and we'd love for you to audition, whatever. So then I messaged my agent right away, and, you know, we started making audition videos and on the ship in like a little storage room. And I think I made about 13 videos, sent them 13 videos of like dancing, singing, reading sides. And they wanted to do another audition once I got off the ship for a replacement for Catherine Howard. And yep. I was going to be in New York, and I was going to audition for Beautiful, the tour, the national tour. And they were like, we'll just rent a room where you're getting your audition, and then we'll hire an accompanist and do a little live video chat for your audition. And I got super, super sick and I had no voice.
Oh.
So then I was like, I'll be in Chicago in a couple of days because they were already all down there. And then I went there and I auditioned and it was still kind of bad because I was still sick. But yeah, and then I got it the next day. It was kind of a weird audition experience.
Yeah, it's a bit, isn't it?
It's not the typical.
Yeah, the typical like 6. Did you originally go in for replacement Kay Howard, and then did you have to re-audition for obviously because now you're alternate Berlin and Howard, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So did you have to re-audition, or were they just like, have it?
So when I auditioned for, they sent me Seymour sides first, because I don't think they had found their Seymour, and then they also sent me Boleyn sides, and then lastly they sent me Catherine Howard sides. So I auditioned just for the Catherine Howard replacement role once I got to Chicago, and then I didn't have to re-audition. They were just like, you're gonna be this one and this one and this one.
Yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong, but on Broadway you can only cover 5, right? You can't cover all 6.
So you can only cover 5 lead roles.
Yeah.
I think if you are an ensemble, or if you have an ensemble, you can cover so many. Because I know when Adrienne, when she did The Color Purple, she was covering like, I don't know, however many leads and a lot of ensemble tracks. But yeah, for Broadway, you can only do 5.
Yeah. So which one's the one that you will never do?
Cleves.
Ah.
I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, I think that would be a good, I mean, to be fair, seeing anyone as every, getting the whole 6, I think is a great thing. But that is a shame. That is a shame. But
because in the UK you can cover all.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I think it's just. I think there's it's probably stricter on equity stuff, isn't it, on Broadway?
Yeah.
Whereas over here, I don't. Not that there's not like rules and stuff, but I don't think it's as strict. And I know that obviously everyone covers all 6, unless for the like. I know that Alicia, who came off of one of the cruises, only covered Howard for a bit of the tour because she didn't know any other tracks. But
yeah.
But apart from that, like every alternate that comes in knows all 6, and eventually, I don't think there's anyone that's left that hasn't done all 6 actually. So, but I mean, when this comes back, hopefully you'll get to go on for your other ones. We just amazing.
What's that?
We just hit £500 or $630, which is amazing. Thanks, guys. Keep giving if you can. Carry on.
Shoot, what was I gonna say? What were we just talking about?
I said hopefully when you come back you can do the ones that you.
Yeah, so we were told to learn our 2 main tracks. So mine was Boleyn and Howard.
Yeah.
And then right when we were about to open, we were starting to like do Queen Roulette during our understudy rehearsals. So we'd be like, okay, you're doing Cleves, I'm gonna do Seymour, you're gonna do Parr, and then we would kind of switch off every now and then. So we were just starting to really dive into the other queens because they wanted us to be really solid in the main 2 that we cover. So I'm kind of bummed. I feel like I've forgotten the whole show. It's great.
Did you no, so Harriet hasn't done Howard yet on the UK tour, but the people that have left 6 have all, I'm pretty sure, have all done all 6, but obviously on Broadway it's a little different. Did you get to do Berlin on Broadway?
Yeah, that was the first one I did.
How was that?
It was awesome. I probably messed up so many times, but I had a blast doing it. Um, the first time I had to do Bolin was the day after opening in Minnesota, and it was a student matinee at 12 o'clock. And I found out an hour before. I never had to put in rehearsal for the track. So I was like, oh my God. I was a mess. But, that turned out
Yeah.
to be fun. And with Bolin, I feel like I found out, you know, an hour or two before I have to go. But that's fine. That's the reality of, being an understudy.
Yeah,
Um, but it was fun. It was a fun time.
yeah, and it's quite. I remember when you went on, because obviously Six is such a worldwide thing that everyone kind of hears about everything. So over in the
Yeah.
UK, everyone was kind of getting really obsessed with the American cast, and I just remember seeing one day like, oh my God, Courtney's gone on for Berlin, but there's no Mega Sixes because not allowed to film the Mega Six or something like that. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God, and like everyone was searching around for one, and I was just like, there's not going to be one. But I just remember like it was so cool. And then there was a picture of you in the Berlin costume, and I was like, that's so cool. That
Yeah.
obviously because you were originally Howard, and then getting to do that, and then obviously you're going to get to do all the others apart from Cleves. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But what one are you most excited to be able to do if you've got one?
I think Aragon and Par.
Yes.
I'm and even Mallory, she was like, I'm excited for you to do Par because not a lot of because Howard, there's not a lot vocally. It's all kind of like, oh, you wanna dance, oh, you wanna
Yeah.
whereas like with Par and Aragon, you kind of get to like play around and do fun riffs.
Absolutely.
Um, so I think it'll be really fun to do those and dive into. I mean, they're kind of all different
Yeah.
genres, kind of, which is fun.
Yeah. If it won't let you donate from here, guys, I've seen a couple of them. Just give me a DM and I can sort something out, and then I can add that onto the total later. So this is a question I was going to ask, but it's just been asked again. What's the situation with the alternate costumes? So obviously I'm guessing that you can't have them, and you've got to have all the main costumes. Is that correct? As far as
Yes.
you know.
Yes. So again, they were working on our own personal costumes
Yeah.
For me, Howard and Boleyn. And then all the costumes that we had, all the old costumes,
Yeah.
they were refitting in case there was an emergency and we had to go on, which we all have had to go on. We were just wearing the old costumes while our costumes get made. Which, I mean, they take forever because they're so
100%.
detailed.
And it's 18 costumes as well, isn't it? Because it's 6 for 3 people. So that's mental. Like the fact that they've
Yeah.
got 18 new. Oh,
I
that's a
mean,
lot.
I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know for sure if they're gonna be making all 5 of what we
Oh,
cover,
yeah.
but I mean that will take a long time. Take a
Yeah,
long time.
100%. So your Howard one was that your Howard one?
What's that?
Was your when you were because your Howard one on Broadway, when was that your Howard one?
So when I replaced Sam, they had to make me a new top because she's obviously taller than I am.
Yeah.
But we wore the same bottoms
Right.
and the same skirt. And then for Broadway, they put me in my old top, the old bottoms, and then Sam's new skirt.
Ah.
So it's kind of we kind of all fit,
Yeah.
which is, but yeah, I was kind of wearing a mix and match of new and old.
It's really interesting because I know that whenever in the UK, whenever Queen's had to go on like early or anything, they've worn the band costumes, like the black shorts and the black top and stuff, and maybe like a sleeve or something. So when
Yeah.
you guys were going on and everyone was like, oh my god, like, you know, people are in the old costumes, I was like, oh my god, that's like, it's quite cool because it's different.
Yeah.
Um, in a way, like obviously the alternate costumes are brilliant, like don't get me wrong,
Oh,
but it is cool to see people in the other costumes. I really like that.
yeah. I
um yeah.
It was funny because in Minnesota, everybody was freaking out because they were like, "Where's Courtney's costume?" And I only had like a top that was just mine. Um, so we were like, "Oh my God, if I had to go on for Seymour, what would I do?"
Yeah.
And we'd probably put a band outfit on, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been it. That would have been exciting. Um,
Yeah.
so what was it like when you found out, obviously that everything was closing due to coronavirus? What was the kind of time frame that you found out in?
Well, so on, I think it was the 12th we were supposed to open, I think. Um, so long ago now. Um, but I had my family, they flew in that morning, and I was going to go to the theater. I think us understudies, we were called at 3 to get ready for hair and makeup and stuff. Um, so I had gone out to lunch with my family. We'd come back, and then I had posted a video because on March 12th of last year, I was sending audition videos from the ship. So I like posted a little cute
Yeah.
clip, and then people were like, honey, do you realize that Broadway is shut down? And I was like, oh, rude. But then I started reading articles, and I was like, oh, cool. That's great. Because we hadn't heard from
Yeah.
like our people. We had heard from articles online. Um, and we were all messaging our stage managers and being like, is this for real? Are we, shut down? And then they were like, yes, we're shutting down. And then I was like, wow, I need to rush to the theater. I need to grab all of my things, head back. And then the next day, my family and we left
Yeah.
to go back home here in Wisconsin. So it was kind of, I think some people in our cast were okay with it. Like I think I was fine because I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, nice, peace out.
Yeah.
um, but I think when we come back and we do have our opening, it'll be even more special. Um,
Yes,
whereas
absolutely.
I'm kind of, super tired and kind of worked to the bone. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a tough one, but it's going to be a good one. And it's,
yeah,
when you guys do open, it's going to be insane for, and hopefully everything will have been sorted by then. If they are able to change anything about the Mega Six and, all the costumes and everything like that, hopefully,
yeah,
stuff like that will get sorted.
yeah.
What's your favorite choreography to do in Six? Because this is different for everyone that I ask. Like hardly anyone says the same thing. So I'm intrigued.
I think I really like Get Down. Just because I wouldn't consider myself like the best dancer. So like to do like the
Yeah.
kind of hip hoppy is super fun. But I also really like uh uh oh God, what is it now? I don't even remember the songs. Aragon song.
No way.
No way.
But
I
that one.
think that's really fun too.
Yeah.
I think they both have like good grooves to them.
Yeah. I love they both have like just I can't explain it. Just watching it, you're like, it's just there, and it's
Yeah.
all you want to do is a nice one as well, because I know the chorus is quite repetitive, but like watching the movement is just
It that was the hardest for me to learn because I never knew what was happening, because when I was playing Kay Howard, I never knew what was happening behind me. I did not, and I only had seen the show, you know, once or twice in
Yeah.
Chicago. And then I was watching on a green screen, but I wasn't watching all the other girls. I was just watching Sam. So I was like, what is happening back here? So that too.
And the I Don't Need Your Love remix as well is really nice. That one, just because
Yeah.
it's just so chill. It just kind of happens, and you're like, oh my god, this is really nice. And it's
Yeah.
although every song, it's just also sharp and clean and nice. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Courtney, are you teaching any Six Master classes? Are you doing any sort of teaching or anything at the moment?
No, I'm
No,
not.
nothing at the moment. Well,
No.
that might change soon. We never know.
Thank you.
The gradual change in emotion throughout all you want to do is incredible. It is. I mean, I can't imagine how vocally tiring it is, though.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I will say, I think like having the girls, because they are physically touching and putting
yeah,
pressure, and I think that that helps, at least, you know, towards the end. But yeah, that one, it's such a hard song. I feel like I didn't, when I was playing Howard, I didn't build that stamina until I was in Boston doing the show, or Cambridge, I should say.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
I can imagine. You might have already said, but what was your training like?
4, 6.
For musical theatre.
Oh, okay. Well, I went to Luther College for a year for musical performance and hated it. So then I transferred to Columbia College Chicago, and that's where I got most of my training. I did a few community theater shows around my hometown. I did a couple shows in high school, but I didn't really do too much until I got to college. Like, I didn't really take dance classes
Yeah.
until I got to college. I took voice lessons when I was in high school, but acting and dance I didn't start doing until college.
Yeah. Were there any specific like vocal routines or vocal tips that you have for when you were playing Principal K Howard to kind of protect your voice, as obviously it is very tiring?
Yeah. Well, before every show, I was doing push-ups and stretching and doing lip trills just to warm that up. And then also our music director, our music directors, Roberta, she taught us this hung ah thing, which it gets you kind of in your mask.
Mm-hmm.
So that you're not, you know, using your chest voice, you're using more of that mixy part of your voice. Yeah. Or sirens. Sirens are great for Howard.
Yeah, sirens are brilliant. I just can't like imagine like it's especially when, I mean, being a swing is or an alternate is obviously different because you are doing different things vocally every time normally, but being, you know, Principal K Howard is like, and it's just so long, it's like, and it's just, yeah. Last question that we've got time for, because unfortunately we don't have any time left. Have you got any funny onstage mishaps that's happened in Six, either when you were on or weren't on? Either's fine, or both.
I feel like mine are, oh, actually, yes, I do. So for Boston, we had our opening, and I hadn't like really, I kind of got thrown into the show in Chicago. I learned it in 8 days. I didn't have a tech process or, you know, a character building, whatever it was that they did. So I got kind of thrown into it. So when I was in Boston, we actually had a tech process and kind of revamped the show as well. And opening night, I don't know what happened, but it was the Kay Howard's monologue. I just blanked. When she like goes over to Aragon and is like blah, 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 convent, you know. I don't even know the lines anymore. I have to do the whole thing in order for me to remember it. And then I just looked at her for a good few seconds. And Adriana was so sweet. She was like, yeah, you know, she was trying to help me. And I was like, and just moved on to Andrea. And I was like, yeah, you got the headed. And then I finally picked it back up at Seymour, and then I was fine. But I was a mess afterwards. I was like, oh my God. I've done this however many times already now, and this has never happened to me. And it was on opening. So that was pretty funny. But other than that, I've like, you know, almost lost my skirt. That's pretty funny. But other than that.
How did that happen?
The snap came undone. And then I had like Anna in the back, and she was like trying to like hook it back together. Like, there's a lot of fun things that happen.
Oh God. Thank you so much for coming on and doing the Q&A. It's been such great fun getting to talk to you and getting to learn a bit more about the across the pond, as they say.
Yeah. Thanks for
We've raised £44.86. I don't know, what does that say in dollars? Does it say at the bottom? Does it say how much is raised in dollars for you?
Me?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I thought you were reading something. No, I don't.
No, sorry. Does it say? Where it says live fundraiser 56.45. Oh, that's brilliant. Everyone's typing it now. Oh, look, there's like so many coming through.
Nice.
56.45. Oh, that's amazing. So we've got, so that means we've probably got about $650 then, which is insane. Amazing. 76.54 Canadian. We're going to get all the currencies now. Thank you so much for joining. Stay safe. I hope to speak to you soon.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye.